Hello, all Isos here. So we're doing another replay review. This one's a little bit different. Instead of looking at one map, we're going to look at only successful runs from a few maps. So this first one, and I've actually already passed it, unfortunately, was to show off a glide shenanigan where you can use the grapple boosting to get a lot of height and actually hit a threat that's really hard to get to otherwise. So I was able to get up into that enforcer bunker up at the top, which gave me a safe way to actually get through that barricade and come into this back section. It was a very useful application of the glide, which I used as a clip before in my Overseer guide, but yeah, so here we're just being careful here because I know there's a bunch of warmongers hiding in amongst these cubes here. I should probably explain where this came from. During my testing on the Overseer, so the perks I'm using here are all the Overseer perks, I just run into a couple cool maps with and a couple cool little texts with the Overseer. So that's what we're going through today. Yeah, that one awkwardly reaches this last spot, so I have to trigger it, and I probably could have got that with the reload. The increased reload time, I think I probably could have gotten close to that and set up the grapple in its range, but it's safer just to do it this way. And yet another set of pistons and incinerator. And yeah, that lunge bug is still here. It's unfortunate that there's so many of these because these were supposed to be a speed run, but this map is just too hard for me to speed run. This was in the brutal queue, so it's not completely unexpected. I did not get a good time on this. This is the reason, like, things like this are the reason why speedrunning brutal is not genuinely done. Because you can still make good time, like when I did my test of it a month or so ago, I was beating them in like 4 minutes, even with ones like that. But anyway, yeah, they took 27 deaths before that one, and that was the first of the maps. Second map. Okay, so this one here is a little bit different. This one is really densely packed. So I know there is a piston behind that I can't really deal with because it's right next to a couple incinerators. And if I go for here, I can get a skip, which I knew because of the HRV perk, because I never fully cleared that room. Not even once. It's too hard with what I was doing. And so what I did here was I used the glide to like hang up in the air a little bit, so that the sentry beams and the sentinels and the enforcer all fire at me when I'm up in the air rather than on the ground. And I'm throwing a grenade here and throwing down a shield because there is a ton of enemies up here, and I have not worked out a way to skip them all. But one grenade like that deals with them, and the two warmongers that make it hard to actually skip this all come down here. There's also another piston incinerator combo towards the bottom, which is part of the reason why I came to the point where I have to deal with this. This room here killed me the most times on this one. It was so hard to consistently beat that. I think I only actually beat it twice, maybe 3 times. No, it was 3 times because I know what killed me. We're actually about to get to it. Yeah, so this is just pistons and incinerators. just dealing with them. I have to deal with them slowly because they've got pulverize on them. And that arrow trap got me once. I always killed this warmonger, but the Ravager just behind it got me once. Yeah, I don't think there's any more cool glides, unfortunately, although they could. I could see a space for one in this next room going back, but I was against it by doing that. I don't know how that I managed to survive that every time. I got to it twice and it did not kill me. This here is just a shield, so it's not the end of the world. I think that was a tomb that I already grabbed. And I had already worked this out. What got me? This trap down here got me. So I left a grenade for it, so that I could deal with it that way. So that I could more easily deal with the one on the left there. And now I'm going to go back through this corrosion pit that I jumped through at the start. Because it just makes sense to do that. And skip that last little bit. Gets me out. And now I think I look for a tomb on the outside. Might as well, seeing as I've taken a little bit of time here and I just need to recoup my resources. But anyway, that was that Goreville? No, it was Goreville. Goreville by Polar Test 53. Yep, 19 deaths. And lastly, got Opelika by TheHatefulClown. This starts off with one of these glide shenanigans where I use the grapple boost to get a huge amount of distance. And then I do it again to get over the thing, and again to get up here. So obviously it depends on the map whether you can actually use that, but I'm just waiting for my shield to regenerate because I got killed by the Ravagers down here just before this. Like, yeah, obviously it depends on the map, but there are quite a few things you can do where you can really get to quite far away and deal with something quite high up just in like one like fluid motion, and it's really good. And that was Opelika, and that was just what I was trying to show off. So that will be it for me for today. I shall see you next time.